Good morning and a warm welcome to my monthly newsletter. Firstly, I just want to say a very, very special thank you to all the hundreds of thousands of nurses across the UK, across the globe, who are still struggling the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, who are tackling every single day what it means to be a nurse or a midwife in this crisis. Not only to those of you on the front line, but also to the nursing and midwifery leaders who are leading their teams, their hospitals, to make sure that staff and of course their patients remain safe. So last month I had the privilege of meeting the 51 chief nurses who are now members of the FNF Academy, and this was the launch of the network event. It was amazing to see so many of our friends in one place, in a place in London, and of course so much better than seeing them across the screen. So that was really exciting. Our membership, if you don't know, is open to all chief nurses of all health and care organisations across the UK, and it's available to chief nurses, also of the integrated care systems, and now importantly we've opened up membership to individuals who in fact may have retired from their nursing midwifery professions, but may also be independent practitioners or indeed the only practitioner in their organisations. So we welcome all of you. If you would like to find out more details of the FNF Academy membership, then please do visit our website. So I'm delighted to say that the work of the foundation continues to expand, develop, go to places we haven't been to before, and I'm really thrilled to say that we're now supporting CNO England's work around international nurse recruitment. It's a total delight to work with the CNO team on this project, and we're so proud that we've been able to offer grants to international nursing associations who are working in the NHS in England to support their communities, to provide pastoral support, leadership support to those nurses and midwives within those international nursing associations, to make sure that they feel looked after, that they feel protected. Obviously they've given up so much of their lives before to come and work in the NHS, and I feel very privileged that we're supporting Team CNO to deliver on that agenda. So the network event wasn't the only event that we have welcomed people face to face. We had a great celebration day of the nurses and midwives, the early career nurses and midwives who've completed their leadership programme recently. And it, again, wonderful to see happy, smiley faces who were happy to meet each other and celebrate what they've achieved during their leadership programme. So we've got many more of those events planned, but of course we're taking those carefully, cautiously, to make sure that we all remain safe, and the time is right for us to start meeting more and more as a face-to-face contact. So the FNF team has expanded over the last year. We've welcomed a few members, but but more importantly, this month we've welcomed 2 new members. Lucy Brown, who is an FNF scholar, and we welcome her as the Deputy Director of the FNF Academy, and Rob Cutforth, who is our learning technologist. It's fantastic to see the team develop and to grow, and we of course are here to support nurses and midwives everywhere. So Lucy Brown, even before she came to Team FNF, she raised over £1,400 to support the FNF and its work. And of course, those of you who've benefited from a leadership or a scholarship programme, you will know how much investment is required to put those programmes together. So thank you so much, Lucy. £1,400 to run 32 gruelling miles across the Dorset countryside is quite a feat. So thank you and her friends for supporting that endeavour. We always support and celebrate our alumni, their great achievements. Once they're a scholar, they are always a scholar, and we're really keen to keep up to date with what's happened since they've been on our programmes. And we were delighted to see so many of our alumni celebrated in the Queen's Birthday Honours. And of course, you'll know Jackie Bird, and she was awarded an MBE for her services to nursing during the COVID-19 pandemic. In particular, her commitment to setting up a Nightingale Hospital in her region, and also for raising the awareness of the effects of COVID-19 on those nurses and midwives from an ethnic minority background. Lizzie Bessel is our first ever Michael Cliff Scholar, and she was awarded an MBE for her services to nursing and mental health services. So we're very proud to see her smiley face in all across Twitter. And Arlene Wellman equally received an MBE for her services to nursing during the COVID-19 pandemic. So not only do our alumni get honoured in the Queen's and the New Year's Honours list, but we're pleased to say and delighted that Deanie Schaefer has been elected as the President of the Royal College of Nursing. Laura Sarrant, OBE, has also been made a Fellow of the American Academy of Nursing. And we're keeping an eye out for the celebrations that are bound to happen from our alumni who've presented and been shortlisted for their work, particularly around their work they've done during their leadership scholarship programs. And they're looking forward to finding out not only now they're shortlisted and they've been nominated, but actually have they won the 2020 Nursing Times Awards or the RCNI Awards. So we keep our fingers crossed for you, and whether you don't receive an award on the day, you're all a winner in our eyes. So well done, big effort. So we've got a great cohort of scholars this year in 2021-22. One of our scholars, I'm pleased to say, has now been appointed as the new CNO in Wales, Sue Tranker. And I know Team CNO England will miss her dearly, but actually Team FNF are really, really looking forward to working with Sue. And I'm trying to expand the work of the Florence Nightingale Foundation in Wales, and in particular to support Sue in her new role. And so we are looking forward to working with you, Sue. The FNF Academy are pleased to say that they have published their first research paper, and this is a paper looking at the effects of COVID-19 on the learning disability nurses and the people that they look after. So they're really proud of this. They did this in collaboration with Health Education England, and I'm proud to say that this is our first published research paper. Lastly, I'm going to give myself a plug, and I'm going to give my treasurer a plug. We are both running on behalf of the Florence Nightingale, the London Marathon on October the 3rd. And between the two of us, we want to raise enough money. So we want to raise at least £10,000 to be able to fund a leadership scholarship for next year. And my call to action to you is, if you have been impacted by a leadership or a scholarship programme through the Florence Nightingale Foundation and you want to give something back, please would you donate to our cause, to our fundraising cause. Our details are on the website, and I promise you that if you donate some money, if you sponsor both of us, or one of us in fact, I'll be glad if it's me, but if you sponsor me, then I promise I will run every single one of those 26.2 miles in London, thinking about every single nurse and midwife that's given so much during this time, given so much of themselves, their families, to support others in their need. So if you feel a bit generous this month, please support me. I will endeavour to update my progress through my Twitter page, and it's no mean feat, but I really want to be able to support a leadership scholarship for next year. So thank you for listening. We have got lots going on already in August, and I'd be very happy to report that progress next month. Thank you.